poems you can't colour in.
Yeah, hold it up, Martin. That's perfect.
Yeah,
For
okay.
yeah. This will go viral, man.
Okay, so it's not written in English and therefore incomprehensible. So I'm not going to read from it. I'm going to read from this one. This is my last book. It's called Propositions.Autobiography. This is published by Mayday Press, Holland. It's got pages in it, which have pictures in them and text. There's 33 pages, each of which has 3 pictures and 3 texts. 198 individual items of art, 4p each. What a bargain! Cheap. Cheap. It would be cheaper after.
Yeah.
And it's my autobiography. So I'm going to read some of the texts and yeah. The frogs shout, the church bells ring the limits of thinking. We call ourselves the anti-Somossoli. We'll never return to these poisonous precincts and death-ridden arcades. Love causes asthma, exacerbates our eczema. The formal foundations and the narrative studwork, anacrusis, all that follows is interrupted, subsequently nothing. We don't want to sit in your imaginary boat bullied by the Bewley brothers. The Danish word for good night sounds like gonad. We find that funny. We set the past in the future and walk from Maryland to Silvertown. All is elevation. There is no plan. A prelude to schizotopy, magical ideation and paranormal belief and coincidence. We displace air, Duchamp says. I was breathing. We are breathing, breathless. A state of mind resembling apophenia, percept meaningful and sinister, links between unrelated events. Lockdown is permanent on these perpetual estates. We are always noticed, sell the tandem frame to Eggy for a mouth punch. We insist that peaches are an intrinsic syncopated reality. We enact the thinniness of words and the wordiness of things. The exaction of viscous liquids, all is tacit, unsaid, unheard. Dr. Zimmerman prescribes us barbiturates and beer. Living to a soundtrack of almost voices culminates in a warning and an exclusion. Lock-in at a house party, sex fail. We call ourselves Dick Nixon. Again, the impossibility of things. We want to be petted. We don't want to be petted. We are jealous of kind dog. We imagine. We are subjective. Interpretation, nets flapping at an open window. There is a town in Denmark called Arstrup. We find that funny. The contingency grips us. Relativism grips. Nix is the cry from the spectators. We hold up our hands. We pretend to be graphene colour synesthesia. We are anomalous. We insist on anonymity. Deborah's husband is called Toadlip. Judges 4-4. Screams, and suddenly louder. An unseen door is opened. Ambulance, 2 police cars. Interrupt, knockout, regulate. We are anti-teleology. We aren't fundamental. Young people die in car crashes are permanently disabled. Who is dreaming? Not us. We are not. Conscious. It feels like us. There's a we in the dream. In a moment, there will be a last 10 seconds of ourself. Extramuros don't exist. We punch vitiated air. We can't make our unemotional sentences into emotional paragraphs. A Pripyat Dachau surrounded by white picket fencing a dark hillside under storm-riven sky. Success at tests shows diminishing returns, becomes expected. A slippage to 90% cause for disappointment and withdrawal. The complete life, bookies, pub, haunted house, thin trees, broken fence, smashed glass, torn pages, H&E, blocked drains. Blocked from the borders to the edge, aloft, the ladder. Our asthma is an ancient and animalistic form of speech, a condensed anxiety. The ghosts of the princes of Prittlewell, their ghosts haunt us. Paralysing self-awareness solipsised into unnoticed call. We are picked, but don't show up. We are finite and erotic, longing to overcome our lack, lost in the geometric forest. We fictionalise ourselves, we enclose ourselves as Bonky Knob, Dr. Awkward, Marty Baby Tramp, the most reverent love revolver. Thank you, everyone.